You want me to put that on my Tudor?
This one's wife. Come on, Doggie. Good boy. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Narcissists see other people as appliances, as objects. They are there to do what we require. You are there to be controlled. You must be compliant. You are there to provide us with fuel, character traits, and residual benefits. In the same way that a toaster is there to toast the bread that's put in it, to the required degree of toastiness, it isn't there to provide an opinion. It isn't there to decide that it doesn't want to toast the bread. It must do as it's told. The television set is there to broadcast various channels into the home. It isn't allowed to decide, actually, I'm only going to broadcast these channels today, or I'm not going to broadcast anything. The washing machine is there to clean the clothing. It doesn't have a choice about whether it does it. In goes the clothing, in goes the detergent, the appropriate program is selected, and away it goes. It doesn't have a choice. It is expected to do what is expected of it. Narcissists have the same view with relation to human beings. You are there to do what we require. You're not there to argue about it. You're not there to hesitate. You need to anticipate our needs, attend to them, and do what we require. Period. This one's wife treats Harry in a similar manner. She is an unaware narcissist. Her activities in the pursuit of the prime aims, control, fuel, character traits, and residual benefits, are all done subconsciously. Her narcissism drives her through a combination of making her feel a particular way and think a particular way to drive her to pursue those prime aims. And one of those methods is the way that she treats Harry. He is in the sustained devaluation at the current time, which means that he'll get some respite periods where he's treated well, but a lot of the time he'll be subjected to demeaning, invalidating, belittling, malign behaviours. And we have another example that comes out of the polo trophy ceremony that demonstrates the way that Harry is treated by his wife. She thinks that she respects him. She thinks that she's proud of him. She thinks that she loves him. She does none of those things. It's all an artifice generated by her narcissism. He is there to be ordered around and to provide her with what she requires. She believes that she really does care about Harry, but her behaviour shows to the contrary. He is a bit part player in the film of This One's Wife. He's there to provide her with the fuel. He's there to be controlled. And we have another example of how controlling she is of him, how demeaning she is of him, and how he is viewed as an appliance, with another piece of footage from the polo trophy ceremony. Watch this part, which takes place after the trophy has been awarded. Here comes the footage. Here, boy. What a good doggy you are. Yes, you are. Oh, he's such a good doggy. Yes. Here, boy. Here, boy. Come on now. Come on. Come by. Yes, Harry is treated like the ginger poodle that she sees him as. And the poor bugger. He is so conditioned to her control, he goes along with it. This is a strapping 6'1" individual who is pretty fit. It's not like a tub of lard waddling around. He towers over his wife. He served in the army, and look at him. Pathetic. I should imagine that many of your friends not only have seen what has been going on in recent years, Harry, but they watch instances such as this and it makes their stomachs turn. They see an individual who was once so full of zest and energy, now acting like a cowed prisoner. In that footage, you saw the way that she was patting Harry on the back, like she'd be patting a dog. What a good doggy you are. I'm surprised she didn't pull out a little doggy treat and pop it in his mouth. There she is, patting him on the back. It's all part, of course, of the direct assertion of control to keep him compliant. She thinks that she's being affectionate. She doesn't realise how patronising it is to be patting on the back her husband, and particularly so in a public place. That simply doesn't register with her. She pats the doggy on the back, and then it's time to go. She doesn't allow him to lead. After all, it's his charity, it's his event. Oh no. This one's wife has to be the one that leads as she strides off the stage, cameras flashing, cameras recording, taking Harry by the hand and leading him like a dog that's being led on a lead. He truly is the ginger poodle. It really is pathetic to watch the way that this individual has become so conditioned, so browbeaten and cowed, that he goes along with it willingly. As I mentioned in the previous video, he gets the subtle elbow and he reacts to that by moving to one side. Here, he gets patted on the back. He doesn't show any irritation at being treated like a dog. No. And then when he's led away, once again, the grip of doom being utilised to control him. Subservient, head bowed, he follows. Like a child being taken to kindergarten. Like a dog being put on a leash and taken out for a walk. That's how she treats Harry. She doesn't realise how it comes across because she has no emotional empathy. And as always, she's completely blinded to the way that she behaves. But it is so startlingly clear to anybody watching the way that she treats him. And of course, this is all driven by her narcissism. Her narcissism tells her that she's the most important, and Harry comes second. Her narcissism dictates that she should be the one that walks first, and he follows behind her, forgetting that actually in the scheme of things, he's the prince by birth, and she just married into the royal family. She shows no respect, no deference towards him, because her narcissism doesn't deem that he's actually entitled to any. She believes that she's more important than him. She believes that she is the one that's allowed to behave this way, to his detriment. Harry undoubtedly recognises that he's been treated in this manner, but goes along with it. Why? Well, he realises that if he were to fight against it, it just makes life worse. This is what commonly happens to the victim of a narcissist, that they might resist at first, but they realise that the devaluing manipulations, although they don't understand that's what it is, it's just simple abuse in their eyes, gets worse. And therefore, in order to try and keep his family together, in order to have a quiet life, in order to avoid being mistreated, he thinks it's just easier to go along with it. Better to allow her to pat me on the back, elbow me out of the way, pull me along by my hand, treating me like the dog that I have become. It's just so much easier to go along with it than to fight against it. Thus you see him, the simp that he has become, being led around like a dog, treated like the ginger poodle that she subconsciously sees him as, a possession, a pet, something that is to be ruled by her, that is to always do what she tells him to do. It's a pathetic state of affairs for Harry, one that he may eventually wake up from, but it still shows that he's very much controlled by his wife. Her facade management, of course, isn't as good as it ought to be. It doesn't see that there's anything wrong with patting him on the back or leading him by the hand like a dog. In actual fact, her narcissism just thinks that's her being affectionate. But anybody in the know about narcissism and the dynamic between these two people recognize that this is patronizing behavior, that she is treating him like an object, that she is causing him to have to behave in that way because she truly doesn't care about him whatsoever. Once you understand, you can see the way that she objectifies him, that she treats him like that appliance. And once again, she does it here, all throughout the ceremony. Her narcissism has been on clear display, from elbowing her way in to the presentation when there was no need for her to be involved, hogging the limelight, bossing around the lady from Centre Barley, thereafter elbowing Harry, and then, at the end of it all, patting him on the back and then leading him away like a naughty little dog that's done a dump on the stage that's going to be taken away. I'm surprised she didn't try and rub his nose in it. But this is the way that Harry is treated, and it's all done by her narcissism, which doesn't see that there's anything wrong with it, and therefore demonstrates the slight glitch that occurs with the facade management. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for watching.